For inviting me. I want to say right away, I'm not a reporter. I am not a journalist in the traditional sense that I don't go out and get stories and then report them. I am what's called an opinion journalist. Do you know, have you heard that expression before? What's an opinion journalist? Anyone?
Opinion maker.
Opinion maker? Maybe not exactly. An opinion journalist? You know the opinion pages in a newspaper, the editorial pages, the op-ed pages, opposite the editorial, okay? So what I do is fundamentally peddle my expertise. I am an expert on, especially on India, also to some degree on France and on international relations in general. And I'm called upon by broadcast media, radio and television, to comment on breaking news or to comment on some kind of current events. I also write pieces that I come up with myself, that I create myself, on issues that matter a lot to me. And I've written on all kinds of things. Of late, a lot of my work has focused on issues of environmental sustainability and social equity, because these are issues that are very dear to my heart. And there are really three things that I want you to take away from my remarks today, three core things. First of all, you can't be an opinion journalist if you don't have real passion and engagement for your subject. In other words, it's not like being a reporter. You get hired by a television station or a newspaper and they say, go cover the cricket match and write the story or report the story. And you may like cricket, you may hate cricket, you may like that team or hate that team. You just have to do it, right? Because you've been assigned to report it, okay? Being an opinion journalist is something very, very different, because you assign yourself the story, okay? And if you don't have a passion for a real, genuine interest in what's going on, you can't make a persuasive argument. And that's really what is at the core of a successful opinion piece, is making a successful argument to the public, putting forth a particular point of view, putting forth a particular analysis. So you have to be passionately engaged. That's number one. Number two is you have to create yourself as a brand. And this is also true in all media, journalistic media today. Think about the leading newspapers, leading television stations that you know here in India. Who are the most famous television journalists in India? Who would say is the most famous one? Barkadat. Okay, and number two? Rajiv Sardesai, okay? In print journalism, who's a big name in print journalism?
P. Sainath.
Guldeep Nair.
P. Sainath.
P. Sainath of The Hindu. Any other big names?
Shekhar Gupta.
Shekhar Gupta, of course. Okay. So Arun Shuri, maybe.
Shashi Shekhar in Hindustan.
Shekhar, okay. Very good. So these people actually all have what we could call a brand. This is a little bit different from Coca-Cola versus Pepsi-Cola or Camcorder, but it's still considered to be a brand, okay? In other words, you say the name Barkadat, and everyone immediately has an image that comes to their mind of what this person looks like, what this person sounds like. You know her show, We the People, you've seen her doing things, you saw when she cut her hair, all these things, right? Okay? And if it's a print journalist, you may not have a visual image, but you have a notion of the tone of that person's writing, right? The style of that person's writing, the kind of things they write about. What's the most famous thing that Sainath writes about?
Rural reporting.
Yes, but what's the topic that he writes about the most? Farmer suicides, agricultural crisis, okay, all the problems in village India, all right, he's very well known for that. What's the name of his book? Do you know his book?
Everybody loves a drought,
right? Okay? And book writing actually contributes a lot these days to the branding of journalists of all kinds, but especially of opinion journalists. Because if you are going to be solicited